the Cleveland Browns select Siaki Ika.
I may or may not have bought a round for everybody in the restaurant.
You're not a dump truck anymore now, Boo. You're a Ferrari.
He was born with a talent.
You know, all the confetti everywhere. It's the best feeling in the world. I'm here in Salt Lake City, Utah, where I grew up. You know, I got to get a lift in the weight room there, where, you know, pretty much where it all started. What's up, my guy? Good to see you. Good to see you.
It's great to see you. He is just a mountain of a man and always has been. But at the same time, I honestly don't know that I could come up with one person that doesn't just love Apu.
What you get with Apu is not just a good defensive lineman, you're getting a guy that's going to change the culture. I'm anxious to see him lift because he did a lot more dancing in here than he did lifting back in the day.
I'm a big juice guy, so I did a lot of juice providing during workouts. I'm a dancing bear. I love dancing. I'm goofy. Every time I stepped on the field, it was like I was putting on a show. Like it was fun for me, and I wanted everyone who was watching to have fun too.
Apu is going to show you that he's more than a big fun guy. He's going to really dominate, because when the whistle blows and Apu puts his hand in the dirt, all bets are off. Apu came into this program bigger than everybody else, right? So when he entered the weight room, weights weren't something that Apu had to really focus on because he was used to dominating. But we had dudes in this program that put him under their wing and taught him the ways of East High football. He learned he had to work for it. Once Apu learned that he had to lift and run and change his body and change his approach to the game, everything turned.
In high school, in workouts, it was more like fun time for me. I'm with all my friends, trying to get buff. You know, now I love, you know, the weight room, and I love the feeling of my body, my muscles, like, you know, getting stronger. I'm making myself a better player.
He would stay after practice and push a sled up and down the field. He would run hills with the linemen after practice, even after a long conditioning day. He wanted to be great, and I think that's a sign of a great player and someone who's got a chance to be really successful at his trade. While he was here, we were fortunate enough to win 2 state championships in 2015, 2016. I think every one of our linemen went Division I that year.
Yeah, every single one.
So if you look around the room right here, these guys right here on the wall, we have stories about all these guys. These guys are all playing Division I football now, with the exception of one. And you had a great D-line coach.
I did.
Right? Molo Vailahi.
I did, man, my guy.
You know, we have a saying up here at East in our defensive line core: if it ain't nasty, it ain't right. There was a time he was running upfield, and my head coach was yelling at me because he keeps running upfield. And then Apu goes out and I said, "Hey, man, you got to quit running upfield, man." So the team got a first down. Apu goes back in on first. He's mad because I held him out a series. So he goes in, gets a sack, gets a tackle for loss, and gets another tackle for loss. He turns around, looks at us, and he starts barking at me. I had on my headset, he goes, "Is he barking at us?" And he was literally barking at us. I'm not kidding when I mean barking. He's always been that player that kind of stands out, right? You know what I mean? So it was just the fact of Apu just kind of being consistent with his play, you know, and he's gonna bring that heat, man. And that's one thing I've always remember him saying, bring the heat, and he'll bring that heat.
He would throw kids around like rag dolls. But what makes him unique is when you see a man of his size and stature, your expectations are Apu's gonna be a gap plugger. Apu's gonna hold his ground and take on double teams. And he can do all those things well. But what Apu does really well is he's explosive off the ball. He can put a move on you. He can use his techniques well, and he can rush the passer.
Since the first time I put on a pair of cleats, first time I strapped up a helmet, I was always telling my family I was gonna be in this position one day. We don't come from a lot, and, you know, family is of, you know, utmost importance to, you know, anyone who's Tongan. You know, the loyalty to their family is like no other. My family's a real prideful real prideful people. Tongan people are real prideful, so you know, give them another reason to stay proud. Man, it's what I do all this for. I'm just gonna hit these weights because I'm starting to get a little emotional.
2008, that's the year that we first approached Little League. When we go register, they just look at him, oh, he's big, you know. And when they put them together and he start practicing all those moves, and just look at him, oh my gosh, you know. It was very, very easy for him to do anything in the field. I don't know to explain, but maybe he was born to be like that. And just in the first week, he told me he will be made NFL. I believe him. I know we will. Because if you saw on those weeks that he first started practicing to be in Little League, he is somebody else.
I've been a part of Siaki's football growth since at a very young age. Each level, I would tell him, you know, our goals, you know, hey, I want you to be a state championship, best D lineman in the country, this, that. He was able to win a state championship. Then I told him, hey, I want you to be the most highly recruited kid out of the state of Utah. And we were able to win a national championship, a couple of conference championships, and then I told him, hey, let's just keep it going.
Here is the Baylor Siaki Ika.
This is by Apu, and you are not moving Apu. He does not want to be moved.
He's 280 pounds and plays defensive tackle, and I'll tell you, I've had multiple scouts say the chip on his shoulder because all he hears about is that he's this undersized defensive tackle. He comes in with a rage.
The preparation, like the intention that went into the preparation, it was times 10. I ended up training for the combine.
This is nice, very nimble. Oh, look, he just literally placed that down on the ground. That was well done.
You know, for the past 4 years, I've been doing the same thing. I'm getting ready for the same thing. But now it feels like, you know, I'm getting ready for, you know, my dream. Like, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for.
Go ahead, Malta.
Siaki, this is Megan calling from the Browns. How are you? Good. Hey, I'd like to get you on a Zoom call here with our GM, head coach, and leadership, okay?
I see the inside, you know. He comes out here and seems fine, everything seems fine, but we were literally crying moments before he got the phone call just because our emotions were everywhere. We didn't know if we were gonna get the call, we didn't know what to say, like how everything would end out, you know.
Oh, we got the shades on and everything, huh?
Gotta keep it cool.
Hey, let me ask you this. How did you enjoy your visit to Cleveland?
I loved it. It was good.
You want to come back?
Yes, sir. I'd love to.
There's a lot of emotions going on. I mean, but the fact that my family was here, and no matter what, sorry, the fact that my family was here the whole day, the whole night, regardless of if I was drafted or not, if I was an undrafted free agent, if I got a minicamp invite, no matter what day, they're gonna be there the whole time.
What do you think? Should we take him off the board here? Okay, we'll take you off the board. We got a lot of excited people in this room to make you a Cleveland Brown. We're excited to get you up here.
We're real excited about having you here. You're not a dump truck anymore now, Boo. You're a Ferrari. Let's get going.
With the 98th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Siaki Ika.
we all were happy. And you know, all the confetti everywhere, and high fives and chest bumps for my brothers. All the happiness that was felt in that one moment when that phone call came, you can't ever replicate that. And you know, the fact I was able to, you know, share that with everyone who was there, it's the best feeling in the world.
I was home watching the draft, and my wife was going out of town, and she wanted to go eat before she left with the family. And I said, I can't leave the draft. I've got to watch the draft. It could go any moment, right? My wife had the draft on every TV in the bar restaurant area, and as soon as my butt touched that seat, my wife said, "Look!" And I looked up, and the Cleveland Browns were announcing that they drafted Apu, and we all stood up and cheered, and everybody in the bar was startled, and they looked at us and said, "What's going on?" And I said, my baby was just drafted. That's my baby. And I may or may not have bought a round for everybody in the restaurant, but it could have happened. I don't know. But it was a pretty exciting moment.
Just getting back to work. It's been a minute since I've been on a field, you know. Just excited to play football again. People was taking a chance on me. I feel like all I ever needed was to get my foot in the door, so here I am. I'm real excited, real excited. At that time, it all it felt real, and when the excitement started to kick in, I don't think I stopped smiling. I feel like I should be barking right now or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not too hard to please when it comes to the food.
Oh, no. You don't gotta do too much. Just turn the stove on.
I've never been to Cleveland. Even just flying to Cleveland when we had to come that one day, everyone was already so welcoming. So we're just excited to explore, and I'm excited to explore, and I heard food's good there too, so.
Hey, this is dope. I'm trying to find my best friend's locker. You know, the tour and everything. You know, I've already seen it on my visit, but you know, the fact that my son and my wife got to see it, you know, see where I'm gonna be, you know, working.
When you talked to Jim Schwartz on that phone call yesterday, I think he said he wanted you to be your Ferrari. Like, what do you think that means, or what does that mean to you?
To be honest, I don't know what it means, but hey, I will do whatever he wants me to do. I will be a Ferrari, I'll be a Chevy if you want me to be.
He makes so many sacrifices, a lot of family events that he wishes he could be at. It's not even just for me and baby Jack, it's for his whole family, his parents, his siblings especially, and he's come a long way. Lots more sacrifices to make, but definitely turns into blessings.
There's a lot going on today. I'm on the way to get ready for the wedding, get ready for the celebration. My wife and I, we decided you know, it's gonna be very busy next year, and it came down to just me and her going to the courthouse, getting married. But, you know, we eventually, you know, thought about our parents. So we threw together a last minute, what was supposed to be just an eating, ended up turning into a full-on reception in my wife's backyard. It was beautiful. We had such a great time. Everyone had a great time, and, you know, I'm glad we were able to give that, you know, chance to our families.
We just want to let Siaki know how proud we are of him and his accomplishments, and especially with getting married to his beautiful bride, Linda, today. And like I said, we're from a little island. We don't have much, but we give whatever we have to our loved ones.
As we all know, Siaki was drafted by the Cleveland Browns.
Yay, go Browns!
I believe we're all going to be Cleveland Browns. I'm still thinking I'm a Niner fan.
Definitely a dream come true. Lots of change within the draft party, a lot of emotions, and then literally getting married a couple days after. Like, just a lot of changes, but definitely a dream come true.
My brother brings good energy, you know, wherever he is. He's gonna bring good energy to the team, in the locker room.
Cleveland will be his family, and as we all just want to let people in Cleveland know that, you know, you're getting our little brother out there, and please embrace him. He'll embrace you back.
I know he will. Prove with you guys you picked the right person. I thank you for everything you guys done, and I make our family more united because you guys pick him. Because if you guys didn't pick him in the third round, man, maybe we're gonna have a heart attack in those last rounds, you know. I don't know, but you know. But thank you very much for giving Siaki an opportunity to prove himself.
Before the flight, you know, I'm real excited. I'm really excited to get to work, and then I get on the plane, and I'm not gonna lie, I got real nervous. Nerves started hitting me, and I think it was more because, you know, it's finally here. This is real, you know, it's a real thing. So it was a bit nerve-wracking.
I mean, the newlywed, Siaki. Oh, yes.
Happy for you, man. That's awesome.
It was real surreal for me walking out here for the first time. I had to take a second and take a deep breath in.
Take it all in, man. All that hard work, grinding, is what it's for.
Once I got here and got around the guys, you know, it was easy to warm up to real quick. Now it's just about, you know, bettering myself as a player every single day I come into the building, especially being a rookie. You know, I got to come in with my best foot forward every single day.
All right, good evening, everybody. A couple things to cover. All right, what I want you to do is stand up, tell us your name, where you're from, what school you went, what position you play, and something interesting about yourself.
The first team meeting, that kind of helped with the nerves and stuff, being able to, you know, meet all the guys.
My name is Siaki Ika. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. Play D tackle. I went to Baylor. Something interesting about me is I make my own music.
When you watch Siaki, you get a feel that it means something to him. I'm excited about him, just the way he plays and the way his college career has gone. You know, now he's got to prove it again, and I'm excited to see him do that. But how tough can you be to just keep succeeding and keep thriving, even if the conditions get more challenging?
Go here, ready? Set. 180, 180, stand on, act!
A lot of new stuff's been thrown at me, but at the same time, it's real exciting.
Run!
The goal is that we give them a good foundation here so that they can take off as the off-season continues.
You're on a job interview, okay? If you got drafted, I'm excited for you. If you weren't drafted or you're on a tryout, I'm excited for you. Okay, here's an opportunity. Here's your job interview. Your foot's in the door, okay? Now you pull yourself through that door.
It's not like another scholarship opportunity. We're not entitled to anything. It doesn't just stop that now that we're here. Got to keep working. Got to, you know, earn a name for ourselves.
Your goal should be to make the Cleveland Browns. No player in here has made the team. You want to make the team, and then you want to contribute.
I just expect to get better and better every day. I'm learning the playbook, getting the technique down, watching the film. So real excited that, you know, all the other stuff is out of the window. And now it's just football.
Good.
Good.
Big dogs on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Big dog.